Hey family, it's Brittany Bell with another Power Parent moment. Are you feeling out of control? Are your kids running the household? Well, I got the reason why that may be happening. Stay tuned. Here we go. Welcome back to our channel. I'm so glad that you're here with us today. We are starting part 2, second part, second edition, the second video in parenting styles. I am here as your mom friend, teacher friend, parenting coach, whoever you need me to be to get you through some of these parenting issues. Now, last video we talked about authoritarian parents. Now, if you missed that, make sure you check that out here. I never know which way. Somewhere up there. All right. But today we are talking about a different type of parent. Unlike the authoritarian parent who are probably right now making a small child cry by cowering in fear. No, today we're getting to another type of parent who, cares about those tears. And they care so much about those tears that they'll do any and everything to avoid having their child have any bad, sad mouth feelings. These are our permissive parents.
Okay? There are no rules in this house. I'm not like a regular mom. I'm a cool mom.
Now, these are parents who typically let their children do whatever they want to do. They have no rules, they have no boundaries, they have no limits. They have nothing set in place to where a child can learn how to stay in line. Now, even if they do every once in a while try to put a rule or two in place, they do not stick with it. Therefore, their children are running around lawless and affecting the rest of society as we know it. Now, why don't you want to do these things? There are a couple of reasons why this is completely ineffective parenting to allow your child to do whatever they want to do to avoid any type of conflict with them. Now, why parents do this? I don't know. Many times they want to avoid guilt. These parents sometimes may have gone through a divorce, or feel like they're not spending enough time with their child, or have been raised by an authoritarian parent and feel like they need to overcompensate the sweetness and the niceness and the givingness to their own children so that children will not experience the same type of trauma that they once experienced as a child. Despite the reason why permissive parents make the decision that they do, there are some things that come along with permissive parenting that end up having a child that we are all absolutely afraid of. No, Brittany. Don't tell him, but it must be done. Number 1, a child that is raised by a permissive parent tends to lack self-control. Now, why do they lack self-control? Because they aren't used to hearing the word no. So this puts them in a situation where they act out, go crazy, fall out, get really angry and aggressive when they do not get their way. Why? Because it has not been practiced throughout their childhood. When they say go, parents run. When they say jump, parents say how high. So they are used to being in control at every time, at every moment, getting their needs met and satisfied. Not only their needs, but also their wants. So when this is in place, like somewhere like at a school where there are rules and boundaries, this gets out of hand. They lack self-control. They do not know how to regulate their own behavior because they never had to. Now, number 2, these end up being very selfish and self-centered people. Why? Again, because these are children who are used to getting everything they want. They have so much power in their home that they do not know how to relinquish any of that power. It is all about them. If they say no, they don't want broccoli or any type of vegetables, they rather have ice cream for dinner, they typically get it. So whatever they want is what they get, and they feel like their opinion and their needs rise above and are superior to anyone else's. Number 3, last but not least, we have, the lack of respect of authority. Now, these children have not been raised in a household where their parents have any type of authority over their lives. Why? Because their parents are in the friend zone, not the parent zone. And with a lack of authority at home, you run into situations where they go to school and any kind of adult figure, authority figure, do not have any power over them because they're not used to having a childlike mentality where you are older, you are more wise, so I should probably listen to you. That is non-existent. They are your equals. There's shared power, if not overpowering, about the child in their home. So they're going to feel as if they can overpower any adult they come in contact with. Obviously, this is probably problematic for any time they go to a situation where their parent is not there to bend to their will. Now, These permissive parenting styles typically lead to children who nobody else wants to be around. These are your typical tantrum children that are tantruming at like 8 and 9 and 10 years old, where tantrum should way be over, but they're still doing it because it has gotten them what they want. Now, parents who will try to avoid contact, you don't want tears, you don't want any kind of mal feeling in your children, you gotta get over it, because that's not how life works. What you're doing is setting them up for absolute failure, because nobody in the world is going to give them everything that their little heart desires. They're going to have to hear the word no, and why not work on hearing the word no at home? Now, in regards to handling your no's, do you have to say no overly just to make a point? Absolutely not. But your kids have to have limits. So if you're out there not setting boundaries, not setting limits, you have to get control of yourself. So put your child first and think about their lifestyle that they're going to live. If they don't follow any rules, it is going to be disastrous. So while it might be easy for you to drink your wine and say yes, as long as the children are not bothering you or interrupting what you have going on, know that you are setting your kids down a path of probably destruction. And I don't know, to terrorize the rest of us in society. So that is all I have for you today. Permissive parents, please stop the foolishness. We need you to get it together, set these rules, put these boundaries in place so that we can all be at peace and not be completely terrorized by your children. Now, if you like our channel, you like this video, please give this video a thumbs up, only if you found value, and make sure you subscribe. And we will get out of here and see you next video for part 3 of Parenting Styles. Bye-bye.